keep it down. You're the best of us. Nothing's gonna ever keep it down.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Back again here on a Wednesday. It is the 12th day of November, 2025. My name is Nick. I present to you radio's Big J. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
How are you, Big J?
I'm all right, man.
Don't pull any punches. It's okay.
No, I'm fine.
You can be honest with me.
I am.
Okay. Then I wish you a very happy Wednesday as well, sir.
Great, thanks.
And I hope it is an eventful and awesome one for you.
So far.
Now, we did, because we were best of yesterday, strip away the streaming dumbass side of things on this particular ledger. So you had your Tuesday to kind of program yourself. What did you watch with your Tuesday?
I didn't really watch a whole lot. I was busy playing some video games, Nick. Watching some YouTube stuff. But, yeah, I guess later in the evening, the wife, when she got off work, because she's been busy working her rear end off lately, we just watched some NCIS, some high potential stuff we had to get around to.
All right. Are you watching that tracker show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never heard of it, and then I saw a commercial for it the other day, and I'm like, that feels like a show that Big J watched. Yeah, it's on CBS. That's rule number one. And then, what is it? He's like a guy that can find bad people. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he is basically, he's a rewardist.
I don't know.
And so it means like if somebody offers a reward to find somebody,
a bounty hunter.
Yeah, but it's not like usually criminals. It's usually people that have gone missing.
Okay.
Or some people are like left. They don't know what to do. The police aren't doing much. So they call in this guy and he finds them.
He tracks them. Yeah. Okay. All right. They're always alive?
And then, no.
Okay.
No,
sometimes they're dead. Okay.
And then there's a backstory about his family and some weirdness.
Yeah. How he became a tracker, right?
And then one of the guys from Supernatural is in it on occasion.
All right.
So.
Anybody we've had on the show?
No.
Okay. Then I'm not interested. But I did see that. It was like boasting that it was like TV's number one show. And I'm like, I know Big J is lining up to watch that stuff.
It's like 16 million a night.
Sure.
It's on.
That's great. And of course, so there is no review today for any particular movie that was chosen because it didn't happen. But we do have a guest on the show today, Big J. We have an opportunity for you to help out some very good people. We're going to educate you on some of that's happening. We have another opportunity for you to get qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure presented by CBH Homes and Skog Law. That is an opportunity for you to win your share of 10,000 American dollars just in time for the holidays, which is, hey, it's pretty cool, man. So if you want to win that, you're going to want to tune in at around 7:45 or so. We are going to go to hell. Big J, I mean, I know we're not doing any streaming dumbass review. We might want to use that time to recap the morning after Fantasy Football League because we do have to get that on.
Yeah, I guess we probably really need to and have to.
So we should probably talk a little bit about that at some point today as well. Maybe that'll happen a little bit earlier so we can get our embarrassment out of the way before it ruins anybody's breakfast, right?
Good idea.
Plus, we play some music. Smashing Pumpkins kicking things off here on the morning after with Nick and Big J on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Big J, I know you're not up that late, but some people that are, and maybe people that enjoy taking pictures, are going to be treated to something pretty awesome, both last night and then this evening. Maybe you've noticed it on your timeline, but there is a beautiful opportunity for you to capture photographs of the Aurora Borealis, Big J.
We went to
Northern Lights.
We went to look outside last night. We couldn't see him.
Well, of course, it depends on your location, but Boise has got a pretty nice view of it, and they do recommend that if you even find a small smidge of them with your naked eye, to take a picture of your smartphone, because that can pick up things that the naked eye can't see. But there are some opportunities to catch the colorful light show, if you will. Forecasters issued a severe G4 geomagnetic storm watch for yesterday and then this evening. That's basically an eruption of solar material and magnetic fields from the sun's surface. And so that when it hits the Earth's surface, it gets off CMEs, which generates spectacular displays of the northern lights in the northern United States. So they were visible last night, and they are going to be visible again tonight. Best places to see them, Boise. Higher you can go, the better. Nampa, same. Whitebird and more parts of Idaho are going to have a pretty clear view of these things. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, you have a interest in it, I recommend you go check that stuff out because it is pretty cool to see with your, I don't know if it was just like we didn't know any better in the 80s, but I remember, the Northern Lights were about a specific part of the world, right? You had to go and travel to it to go check it out at its most pure form. And it feels like you can see them pretty much anywhere now, which I don't remember being a thing when I was a kid. No. I was like, you had to travel to like Iceland or something if you wanted to like the most purest view of it, or Alaska or something like that. I don't even remember where it was because it was like third grade stuff.
It always seemed to be Alaska to me.
Okay, that makes sense. But it was somewhere really cold and really far north, and now it's like, hey, man, climb a hill in Boise, you can see the Northern Lights, and that's weird. But maybe it never was that, or it always was that, and it just was never reached at my education point. But it is cool that you don't have to travel all over God's green earth to see something like that if it's always been on your list, because they are beautiful, man. They really are.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so I understand why that's going on, and people are very interested in it. So tonight's another night for you to experience it if you'd like to. Big J, Major League Baseball has gotten together with sports betting companies, and the two groups have agreed they will now start capping bets on individual pitches at $200. And they also will exclude them from parlays. Now, this all comes a few days after a couple of Cleveland Guardians pitchers, Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz, were arrested and indicted, accused of rigging pitches to help bettors profit, and probably themselves as well. The MLB did not specify which sportsbooks agreed to the new guidelines, but the league said the agreement includes 98% of the U.S. betting market, so there is that. But the fact that you could bet on individual pitches seems
much.
Like, I mean,
it's a little much. Yeah, they're getting crazy. Like, let's just stick to the basics.
That's part of it. There's too many things that you can bet on that's easy. Like a pitcher can just go, somebody's betting on, I can bet on myself to throw a ball at first in this at bat. Cool, I can come back from that.
It immediately doesn't make sense.
Yes.
To have an individual ability to be able to have influence over a bet seems a little crazy.
And also, like, if you don't have some inside knowledge and you're placing hundreds of dollars on each individual pitch in a baseball game, bro, you've got a problem. Seek help. Call that number that you hear at the end of all those ads.
Yeah, you should call that number and be like, hey, you guys, help me help myself. Stop making these ridiculous prop bets. And then to throw them in as part of parlays is even crazier.
It truly and honestly is. It really is.
Like, there needs to be more regulation.
There's too much microscopic things that you can bet on in all of these sports and all of these games that's going to eventually bring all of American sports to its knees, and we'll have nobody to blame but ourselves, Big J, as we cannibalistically chew into things that we hold dear, just in a way that we could possibly make money in a weird addiction way. So, I used to feel like, not that I had a problem, but I enjoyed gambling on sports back in the day. But I was the guy that was just doing point spreads and money lines and things like that. I was never digging deep into the prop bet world. But even then, I realized, like, listen, I gotta chill out a little bit because, well, I took a huge loss. That will always.
Oh no.
Well, you were there. You remember the year I was riding the Patriots undefeated streak all the way to the Super Bowl, and then bet it all on the Super Bowl, and they lost that Super Bowl. That's when I was like, I need to really look in the mirror and go, that I lost that much money on one game. I need to chill the bleep out. And I did.
$1 million.
I have chilled the bleep out. Big J, Mattel is once again leaning into live action versions of their toys, and this time they're making a movie that I'm trying to figure out how it can possibly have a plot, but I am coming up empty, so I may need your help. First, we know that the Phil Johnson is going to be in charge of it. He's going to write and direct the movie. Now, Phil is pretty famous when it comes to animated features that have done well. He behind Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet, and also Zootopia. Those are three really big hit films. And so Sony has brought him on to put together a live-action Viewmaster movie, Big J. Now, do you remember what a Viewmaster is?
Yeah, I think it was the red. It was red, and you put it up, and it has like little pictures that you scroll through.
Yeah. Really big toy in like the 70s and 80s. You would buy different discs that you would put in, and it was supposed to be a 3D image, but it never felt 3D to me. But it certainly was there, and it's supposed to put you in these places. It came out as a toy in 1939. It kind of hit peak popularity in like the 50s, and then kind of a resurgence in the 70s and 80s. I remember buying Viewmaster cartridges for like my favorite cartoons and like seeing it, but I also remember it as a toy that I got bored of really quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 seconds.
Yeah. I mean,
and then it's over.
And that wasn't even back when we all had the current ADD problems that we have now, and we're like, if it doesn't capture my attention in 3 minutes, I'm done. We used to have a little bit more patience back then, and even then I thought the Viewmaster was pretty lame. But hey, there's a movie coming to big screens. I'm trying to figure out how they make like maybe this Viewmaster transports you to different worlds or teleports you to different places.
Like, how do we make Minecraft a movie?
I guess.
We figured out how to do that.
I guess. You're right. A game that doesn't really have a plot either, but at least it's got graphics and it's got like things that you could build around, which they kind of did. And then made up a narrative around it. But this one, I'm not sure what the hell they do, but it's happening. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X Rocks. It's a Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, I am sure in your many travels across this globe of ours, you have heard of the concept of Botox, yes?
Oh, yeah.
For those of you unfamiliar, it is an injection that you get that is supposed to help you smooth out wrinkles on your face, fill other parts of your body like your lips and things like that. Maybe it could possibly help with some migraine headaches. It depends on who you talk to. But there's a different use for it now, Big J. Although it kind of is the same use, it's just on a different body part. But dudes apparently are using it to make a part on their body a little bit smoother looking as well, Big J. And doctors have dubbed it Scrotox. Can you understand where we're going to go with this?
Well, I'm going to guess scrotum.
Yes. The needle is injected into your scrotum, and then the area is injected with Botox. And there are a couple of strictly medical reasons for this type of reaction. It can actually relax an overactive cremaster muscle that can reduce sweating down there. If you have a little bit of swamp crotch problem, that can be a solution to it. But, of course, that's not what dudes are using it for. You understand?
So what are they using it for then?
Well, they want it smoother down there. They don't like the wrinkly scrotum, and so they're trying to, also tighten it up. As you get older, Big J, things start to...
Yeah.
Things start to loosen up in other parts of our body. And it's an opportunity to make things, maybe not swing so low, I guess, is the idea behind it. But it seems like, I guess I'm just trying to figure out who you're doing this for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it seems extreme. Like, I don't want a needle like there in that area at all.
So much could go sideways, you would think, right? Like, there would be this pure fear installed in me anytime I even thought about it.
Yeah.
But, obviously there are lots of people that obsess over every part of their look, and this is part of it. And there are other people that just straight up fear aging and don't like to appear older than they actually are or their age that they actually are. And so they will do things to, in appearance, make themselves feel younger. But I've never really, said, man, or thought about, man, I wish I was in my 20s. Everything was so taut down there. It was never really something I have thought about. But granted, I'm not somebody that is, clearly you can look at me, I'm not obsessed with my appearance. Yeah. It is something that escapes me, and so I'm not here to judge, I suppose, but I am here to say you maybe want to think twice about that. Because listen, Botox is, I'm not a huge fan of it no matter what, but to each their own. I'm not here to yuck
Sounds
anybody's yum.
Sounds like you are.
But I'm just saying, in that part of my body, I feel like I would like to keep needles away from unless it was 100% absolutely necessary.
Yeah, right.
But it is one of the hottest things that people are getting in the world of minor and I guess technically it's plastic surgery, but not really. Nobody's putting you under. It's like a 10-second kind of an ordeal. But I'm not sure it's that much of a difference maker, but apparently it's very popular. So what do I know, Big J? I'm just trying to bring it to people's attention. Because I don't even know if I would have thought it was an option.
No, of course not.
But it is.
That seems like it's like some Botox pushers to be like, hey, have you ever thought about shooting up your scrotum? I'm like, no, doc. No, I never really had.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you go into like dermatologist's office and you get kind of hit over the head with it a little bit with like, hey, this is an option here, or it's something that you'd like to do. But I don't even know, in my opinion, it would be a difficult topic to kind of get into because that's obviously not what most Botox are used for.
Yeah.
But if you go, hey, I noticed my wife gets something around her forehead and her lips from time to time. You ever do something down in that area? What do you think?
It makes sense for my junk area.
I really want to make sure things are a little bit more bulbous down there. If you can help in any way, shape, or form, that'd be great. But it's an option, Big J. And maybe as you cross the line over at 50, you're like, hey, listen, I could use some help, and Scrotox could be for you.
I'm good.
But as with all things we talk about on this show, please consult your doctor or physician first to make sure that Scrotox is in part of something that you would want to add to your regimen, if you will. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, we should recap the Morning After Fantasy Football League. It's next on the X. Foo Fighters asking for a friend here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got to recap the Morning After Fantasy Football League. We had a best of yesterday, which means we owe you details on who won and where they won, courtesy of the Morning After Fantasy Football League, thanks to the beautiful people over at McCleary's Pub that are sponsoring it this year. There are weekly prizes up for grabs, and of course, pride on the line every week. Big J, your team had been struggling the last couple of weeks, but surely this was the week you turned it around, right?
No, actually the opposite, because most all my starters are on bye, and there was no one available on my bench, and I even had to go out and find some help, and it didn't work because I went up against Team Dr. Bacon, Nick. And
the highest scoring team in the league.
Yeah, the Baconator baconed me. And I got Jamar Gibbs. Jamar Gibbs, his running back, had 38.20 points, Nick. His other running back, Ricky Dowdle, had 15 points. JSN had 20 points. Dunze had 20 points. Dalton Schultz had almost 20 points with 18 points. Marvin Harrison, as you watched and witnessed, had 14 points, Nick. His kicker, Dicker, had 13 points. His defense had 15 points. He accumulated 162.96 points, Nick. And that was with Justin Fields at QB. I had Bryce Young as my quarterback. Big mistake. I thought I could take advantage of a matchup, but no, it did not. He got 2.56 points. I mean, my highest scoring player was Chris Olave with 21 points, Nick.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I managed 81 points. So
you got doubled up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, when almost the team you're going up against, they're double digits in almost every category, that's going to happen.
Was he the highest scorer of the week?
I haven't looked yet, but it's got to be close.
Jesus.
It's got to be close.
Let me look real quick. Yes,
that leaves me 5-5. So I feel like I'm ready to give up.
So congratulations to Team Dr. Bacon, the highest scorer of the week by more than 20 points, Big J. He did a pretty good job this weekend. And he got himself another high-scoring game. He was the highest-scoring team coming into the week. He apparently is the team to watch. He is 6-4 in the number one seed. So, Big J, you're at 500, but you're not out of it yet. Listen, 6-4 is second place, so you're really one game out of the playoffs. So don't give up.
Yeah, I don't know. Most of my team is like on a daily basis. Are they going to play or aren't they?
Oh, well, welcome to fantasy football. As I find myself in the exact same boat, I was going up against Del 2, Nick and Big J 0, and he had some pretty good performance as well. Lots of 20-pointers. Got 26 points out of Jackson Dart. He got 22 points out of Williams, the running back for the Rams. 22 points out of Nico Collins. 23 points out of Agbuga, the wide receiver, the rookie for the Buccaneers. 17 points out of Washington, his flex receiver. So he put up 149 points. And I knew I was in trouble after Thursday night. I went in pretty heavily on the Broncos, thinking they were going to take it to the Raiders pretty easily on Thursday night. That didn't end up being the case. It was a terrible football game. It was 10-7, and neither offense did anything. And so I knew I was in trouble on Thursday when I had two players going, and I got a collective 6 points out of those two players. It's not a good position to be in. But everybody else did okay. I mean, outside of a little bit of underperformance from Puka Nacua, 17 points still is nothing to sneeze at. I'll take it. But J.J. McCarthy did okay. That's kind of what I'm hoping for out of that position at this point, as I'm running on fumes in the quarterback department. So he got me 16 points. I scored 129 points. 130 points is a pretty reasonable score in this league. And I would have beaten several teams that have won this week, but just was going up against Del 2, Nick and Big J 0, who put up more points than me. Had a good matchup, played some good players, picked up Washington on the waiver wire and threw him in the lineup, and it paid off for him. So good managerial moves, and I'm kind of stuck in limbo here with not a lot of places to go and not a lot of people on the waiver wire to pick up. So I'm a little bit thin at wide receiver. Excuse me, I'm a little bit thin at running back. I'm very thin at quarterback. And so I've certainly got some issues that I don't think I'm going to be able to figure out here in the coming weeks. I called myself a fraud last week. We played better than I thought, but I still think I'm in that fraudulent territory. I fall to 6-4. Dell improves to 6-4. Congratulations to him. Elsewhere in the morning after Fantasy Football League, Bone Thugs and Charbonnet 109, Team Joe Smith 84. 27 points out of Trey McBride, the tight end for the Cardinals. Did not have a kicker playing in the game and still was victorious. Congratulations to Brad to improve to 5-5. Team Joe Smith falls to 4-6. If not for Big J, he'd have been the lowest scorer of the week. He had a little bit of problems in the quarterback. He has a lot of Eagles. The Eagles didn't do very good either. As far as offensive output is concerned in the fantasy realm, and so he struggled mightily for that, falls to 4-6 on the year. Did one Detroit, one Pride, all grit. He is the guy who had Jonathan Taylor. When you put up almost 50 points, that gives you a pretty good head start. And he took out Matty Ice 136 to 106. Jonathan Taylor being his leading scorer, although 24 points out of Williams, the wide receiver for the Lions, didn't suck either. Matt got himself 23 points out of George Kittle, but he was the leading scorer. 15 out of Travis Etienne, but just not enough to get him into victory lane. So Detroit One Pride All Grit goes to 6-4, and Matty Ice falls to 4-6. Team Colton Josh, this is the closest game of the weekend, 145 to Running a Chain on Y'all, 130. Devin A. Chain got him 40 points, but just not enough to overtake it, probably because Justin Jefferson had a rough game, and so did Hunter Henry for the Patriots, who he had in the starting lineup, and that just wasn't enough to give him a victory. Meanwhile, Team Cult of Josh, nice game out of Baker Mayfield, really good game out of McConkey, and got himself a victory, plus 23 points out of the Seattle Seahawks defense, who had 2 touchdowns in that game, is probably
the Marcus
really
Lawrence touchdown.
Yeah, catapulted him to victory. So congratulations to Team Cult of Josh, improving to 5-5, running a chain on you all, falling down to 5-5. And then finally, the great Bijan picks up a victory, 104-85 over the Deadpool variants. The great Bijan got good scoring out of Matt Stafford, who leads the NFL in touchdown passes. Waddle had a good game. Devontae Adams had a good game, and that gave him a victory to improve to 5-5. Meanwhile, the Deadpool variants, the worst team in the league, Big J, struggling right now thanks to Josh Allen not having a great couple of games. He's also going to war with Tucker, the wide receiver for the Raiders. That's a tough guy to have in your lineup on a consistent basis. And so he falls to 3-7 on the year, Big J, the worst team in the league. Congratulations to Team Dr. Bacon grabbing the gift certificate courtesy of McCleary's Pub for the high score of the week. But looking at the standings, Big J, that's the number one team in the league. I fall to second place. Dell is in third. One Detroit, one Pride, all grid, all at 6-4. But you're sitting at 5-5 again, one game out of the playoffs. So you're not out of it yet, dude. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm going up against Team Cult of Josh, so 2 5-5 teams. One of us is going to get a leg up.
Something's got to give. I'm going up against the great Bijan. It's a pick'em game as far as the expectations are concerned, but I'm not hoping for high things. We'll see how it all shakes out on the field this weekend. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you all for playing, and thank you to McCleary's Pub for sponsoring the Morning After Fantasy Football League. Coming up in a few minutes, we got some important stuff as well as We're Going to Hell. It's on the way on the X.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Team Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Join Big J this Saturday from 1 to 3 at the Caldwell Event Center for a live broadcast of Team Mazda's indoor-outdoor new and used car super sale. You can enter to win some Offspring tickets, cool prizes from the X-Rock stock, and more. Plus, buy a new or used car from Team this weekend with no payments for 5 months. Get a $2,000 Visa gift card with your new car, too. Team's giant indoor-outdoor new and used super sales going on Thursday through Sunday at the Caldwell Event Center, and Big J broadcast live on Saturday from 1 to 3 with the X, so make sure you pop on by. Big J, believe it or not, at least according to an international survey of over 40,000 people love live music, dude.
Yeah.
Live music is the world's most preferred entertainment form. Nearly 4 in 10 people globally would choose live music over any other entertainment option if they were limited to just one for the rest of their life. Even when sex was included, Big J, 70% still preferred seeing their favorite artist perform live over sex.
Whoa.
So they say live music isn't just growing, it's shaping economies, influencing brands, and defining culture in real time. The survey found that 85% of people say that music defines their identity, while 84% believe live experiences provide the most fulfillment. And so there's that. So live music is a really good thing. Now, once again, Big J, I do believe we dig deeper than any other show out there as to who puts on these surveys, and I like to see who it was. So you have to keep these numbers in mind when you find out it was a survey commissioned by Live Nation. Big J, of course, a concert promoter that wants people to go check out live music. And so obviously they're probably talking to a specific type of person that likes music that would answer a question from Live Nation. So try to keep that all in mind as well. But I won't disagree that live music's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
Matter of fact, there's a pretty awesome live show tonight.
Yeah.
At the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. You can go see Avatar.
We're going to give away some tickets.
Hell yeah. And Avatar's coming in here for some really intimate live music at 1 o'clock today for a X session. We're very excited about that. So you'll have an opportunity to see if this survey was truly right when you go check out a great show tonight at the Rev Center. And we certainly encourage you to do exactly that. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Agreed.
Well, Big J, it took 9 months after people were calling for his head and trading away Luka Doncic. The Dallas Mavericks general manager, Nico Harrison, was officially fired after getting the number 1 pick in this year's NBA draft and selecting Cooper Flagg, but also getting Anthony Davis, who's perpetually injured, in that trade for Luka. The Mavericks are now 3-8 on the season. They are in second to last place in the Western Conference. And the last straw was the Mavericks blowing a 13-point lead Monday night at home to the Bucks, during which the fans chanted "Fire Nico," as they have for pretty much the last 9 months.
Yeah, since the day after.
And finally, the Mavericks listened, and so Nico Harrison, which probably did execute the worst one of the worst trades in NBA history. I still say the worst trade in NBA history was also by the Mavericks, but they were on the benefit of the worst trade. The Milwaukee Bucks traded Dirk Nowitzki on draft night for Robert Tractor Trailer straight up. And that, I'll tell you which way that worked. One of them was a generational talent that led a team to a championship, and the other was out of basketball and unfortunately passing away, after a couple of years of being out of the league. So that was bad. That was a lottery night trade that did not work out either way. But still, that Luka trade is pretty bad. I mean, Anthony Davis is a good player when he can get on the court. He just can't stay on the court.
They don't call him Street Clothes Davis for nothing.
That's right. Big J, AI is taking over a lot of things, and celebrity kind of voices are a big thing for it. But 11 Labs is one of the more popular AI-generated audio firms out there, and they are starting to sign deals with celebrities for their permission to duplicate their voice on their programs, and they have recently signed Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine to create digital versions of their voices. Now, McConaughey is also investing an undisclosed amount of money in the company as well, thinking this might be the future. But 11 Labs has a bunch of celebrity voices on there, most of which have passed on, like, Judy Garland and Maya Angelou and Babe Ruth. But now they're starting to invest in living celebrities and doing things like that. Do you feel a little bit better about it, considering the celebrities are signing off on this particular stuff?
Yeah, well, I'm like, what are their voices going to be used for? Is it for their projects that are coming up? It's like, okay, you got a clone of your voice. What are you doing with it? What's McConaughey doing with it? The purpose of this is for users of 11 Labs to use his voice for whatever they want to use it for. It's an option you can scroll down and click celebrity voice duplicate. But I'm like, that seems like a weird territory to be in. Do you really want people to be able to use your voice? It's crazy.
Yeah, I think that is the ultimate question, and some are okay with it and others aren't. These are actually signing up, so they are okay with it sounds like. Yeah, it's weird. You don't want people using the Big J voice for a lot of stuff? No! Whatever they want? Because I don't want to be saying stuff I don't want to be saying. Let me do that. All right. Yeah, you're good enough at it. You don't need 11 Labs to help you out in that particular area. But we'll see how this goes. But now people are getting in a little bit earlier. Like, we know people like James Earl Jones who've signed over their voice for perpetuity to Disney and things like that. And this is kind of that, but for general use, which is interesting. But it's happening no matter what. I'd rather see the celebrities say, at least I'm cool with it and I can get some money off of it, if there's anything good about that. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We have got a little thing called We're Going to Hell next on the X.
Stories that are incredibly f***ed up. Oh man, we're going to hell.
Let's not kid ourselves. I'm going to hell and you know it.
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X rocks.
Big J, the elderly. We love them. Yeah. Huh?
Nah, we love them.
We love them. But at some point, if you have an elderly person in your life that you are related to and you love and you have an affinity for, hey, you got to keep an eye on them, man. I mean, it's not to the point where it needs to be burdenous unless it has to be. But like, even if you think that, your 85-year-old grandfather is doing great, living on his own, independent man, can figure things out. At some point, we all start to kind of go downhill, right?
Yeah, it's part of nature, man.
You gotta help him out. You gotta pay a little bit of attention, and that's kind of what today's story is about. 85-year-old dude, right?
Yeah.
Living on his own, sets up a doctor's appointment. As he goes to the doctor every 3 months, he's very diligent about his health, correct?
Yeah.
His doctor is about 12 miles away from where he lives, and he still drives his car and does his thing. Well, elderly man never arrived for his doctor's appointment. And then when he missed the meeting of the HOA, which he's also a member of, his family is like, oh man, Grandpa is, it's been 3 days. I haven't heard anything from Grandpa. That's not great.
Yeah, search party time.
Couple more days pass, and the man's family begins to worry. They have filed the police report. They've done everything. And even his neighbors are like, listen, I'm really worried about Jerry. Where the hell did he go? And soon the police were contacted about the disappearance, and they, in turn, decided maybe it would be a good idea to geolocate the man's mobile phone, right?
Yeah.
Let's find out where he is. And so the man's family feared that something bad had happened to him on the way to his doctor's appointment as they started kind of piecing together where he was supposed to be and the places he didn't show up. It all kind of tied back into this doctor's appointment that he never showed up for. But they never expected the answer they got from the authorities, Big J. The geolocation tracked down the missing man's phone in a hotel about 932 miles away from his home. He had apparently driven for over 20 hours, passing through about 14 states to reach a little teeny tiny part of a small town in Colorado where he had kind of just like set up shop after driving for 20 hours and feeling very, very tired. So they finally reached out to him. His phone had died. That's the last ping that they got. And so they finally were able to reach him through that hotel that his phone pinged on before it died because he didn't have his charger either, of course, Big J. You understand.
Yeah.
And so they were patched through to his room, and the 85-year-old man said he, quote, didn't understand what had happened, adding that his road trip had been a result of a GPS problem. He was just following the GPS. And he must have entered in the wrong thing or whatever. It took him on a trip 932 miles away.
This will be a Netflix movie.
Now, although clearly not mentally in the prime of his life, the man was not known to suffer from cognitive impairment or any kind of disorientation issues up until this particular point. So his family had to catch a plane out to Denver, fly him back, and of course, they had to figure out how to get his car back as well. But it's quite the story. The good news is he's safe. He's okay. He was just following the GPS. But it might be a good lesson for all of us to know that, listen, at some point, whether we like it or not, we're just going to be like going through the motions and following directions. You got to make sure somebody's there to just double check and make sure everything's okay. Family did it. Took him a couple of days, but it was nice to see that nobody was hurt.
Put a tracking app on Grandpa's phone.
I don't think they thought he needed one until now. I'm sure they will go through the steps, but this is one of those things where it went from like 0 to 100 pretty quick. I mean, he had to stop up and fill up like 4 or 5 times and go,
Well, my
that
doctor's
doctor-
office is really far away.
He must have moved or something. I mean, I know I passed like 15 hospitals on my way there, but Mayday. So everybody's okay. It's all right. But just maybe a reminder, hey, listen, keep an eye on those elderly people in our lives. They're important. And make sure they have everything they need. And if they need a little assistance, try to find a way to give it to them, right?
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. Up next, your opportunity to qualify for our holiday treasure. $10,000 up for grabs. We'll get you invited to our big giveaway party if you could figure out the naughty list. That's next on the X.
Yes, it's the holidays.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yes, it's cold.
Can I just...
No, you can't skip it. But at least we can make it more bearable for you.
Let's play the X's Naughty List to get you qualified for our holiday treasure on 100.3. The X rocks.
All right. Thank you, CBH Homes. Thank you, Skoglaw, for presenting the X's holiday treasure. It's your opportunity to win your share of 10,000 American dollars. We're going to give it away for sure. And we want you to win your share of it. How do you do that? You get qualified by giving us a call, 208-287-1003. There's lots of people in the world of rock and roll and in pop culture that have landed themselves on Santa's naughty list this year. You have to figure out through the clues Big J is going to dictate to you who is on Santa's naughty list. If you can master that and name the person that landed themselves on Santa's naughty list, boom, you are qualified. You get an invite to our giveaway party, which we're going to do next month. And that's where $10,000 is going to be given out. And maybe, just maybe, your Christmas will be made just because you knew who was on the naughty list. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So if you think you got what it takes, 208-287-1003 to try to get qualified. We wish you all the best of luck. Big J, are you ready?
You bet.
Hello, the X.
Hey,
What's up, man? What's your name?
Zach.
All right, Zach. Big J's going to give you some clues. Try to figure out who's on Santa's naughty list. You ready?
Yep.
This legendary singer finds himself on Santa's naughty list because he's late to concerts so often over the years, even Santa gave up waiting for him. Nothing?
Is it just one clue?
No, we got a couple more, but I
All
mean,
right,
you know,
yeah.
I knew it
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
saw that. I was like, oh.
I don't
He's also on Santa's list because we're pretty sure his bandmates still don't like him very much. But Santa knows reunion checks make you forget a lot of anger.
All right, what's the next one?
The main reason he finds himself on Santa's naughty list is because he took so long to release the album Chinese Democracy, and Santa still hates that album.
Vince Neil?
Is it Vince
It
Neil?
is not Vince Neil.
I'm sorry, Vince Neil may find himself on Santa's naughty list eventually.
Probably
but
tomorrow.
Not anymore. But not on this list.
Right,
at
you
this
just
particular
ruined a
point.
whole-
It's okay. Hello, the X.
How's it going?
Good, man. Did you hear Big J's clues about how somebody ended up on Santa's naughty list?
No, unfortunately I didn't.
Power
All right,
through, Big J.
Here we go. This legendary singer finds himself on Santa's naughty list because he's late to concerts so often over the years. Even Santa gave up waiting for him.
Next one, please.
He's also on Santa's list because we're pretty sure his bandmates still don't like him very much, but Santa knows reunion checks make you forget a lot of anger. And last, the main reason he finds himself on Santa's naughty list is because he took too long to release the album Chinese Democracy, and Santa still hates that album.
Oh, man, no idea.
No
Man,
idea.
I thought this would be so easy.
Big J knew it after the first clue. And that's usually something that he's very proud of, as well he should be.
Yeah.
Hello, the X.
Very, very rare.
I think somebody hung up. Hello, the X.
How's it going?
Hey, man, the answer is
Axl Rose.
Axl
That's right.
Rose is 100% correct. What's your name, man?
Jay.
All right, Jay, you are officially qualified for the X's holiday treasure. Yes, Axl Rose famously late to concerts. Bandmates aren't exactly huge fans of him, although they're hiding their hatred pretty well these days.
Like you said, money will do that.
Yes, and of course, Chinese Democracy took, I think, 2 decades to come out, and people hated it when it did finally land on
Even
the
if there were some good songs in there, but even if they were, they wouldn't admit to it after that.
yeah. So thank you for playing along. Another opportunity for you to get qualified tomorrow right around this time. We got some important stuff on the way on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
It's that time of year, Big J. You know, daylight hours shrinking away, temperatures begin to fall, and you know what that means, dude. Seasonal depression, right?
Yep.
Mental health professionals have already seen spiking numbers, maybe the highest they've ever seen, courtesy of seasonal depression. Now, that typically strikes during the fall and winter when sunlight exposure decreases. And doctors diagnose this when symptoms persist for at least 2 consecutive winters and improve during the spring and summer. Common signs include persistent sadness, low energy, increased sleep, appetite changes, loss of interest in usual activities. All of these are dead giveaways for you're bummed out because you're just not getting enough sunshine in your life. And you're stuck inside, and it's hitting us harder than ever at this particular point. It's one of the many reasons why a lot of experts say, hey, listen, if we ever permanently change our clocks, let's make sure we're changing it to standard time and not daylight savings time, because it just affects people in different ways. Now, of course, a reminder that I think it's more the weather than anything else sometimes.
Hour of daylight. Yeah. This is what we're talking about on the daylight savings time part, but it's the other stuff that comes along with it.
The stuck inside, the cold weather, the people don't like it, they're miserable in that particular way, all those things. So recognizing some of these factors, getting the help that you need in case you're suffering it, and understanding what that means and how you can do things a little bit better, those are all ways that you can figure this stuff out. It's never easy. No one likes it when it gets cold and crappy outside. We get it. Doesn't mean you should all be on antidepressants or anything like that. It just means talking about it, finding a mental health professional, figuring it out if you find yourself in a dark place because of the situation that you're in. These are ways that you can make yourself a little bit better, but knowing that it can come with the territory. If you're feeling a little bit more down in the dumps than you have been in the past, it could be seasonal depression.
Yep.
And it's a real thing and something that you can look into getting some assistance for if you need. Big J, when this NFL season started, one of the rookies getting a bunch of attention was Travis Hunter, who was selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Everybody was excited to see if he would play both ways, how it would look, and to his credit, Big J, he has. Now, hasn't been playing a lot of two-way football, but he had seen himself get on the field for both offense and defense for the Jags, but he injured his knee in practice a few weeks ago, and he hasn't played on any side of the ball in those games. And yesterday, the Jaguars ruled him out completely as he had surgery to repair that knee. He is done for the season.
Yeah, what a bummer, man.
And so I ask you, I mean, it's been a pretty lackluster year for rookies in the NFL, especially ones that had high expectations. Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick, is on a bad Tennessee Titans team. Genty has been disappointing as far as expectations go in Oakland for some, but that's a bad football team as well. Hunter really didn't do much of anything even when he was on the field. I mean, who do you have as halfway through the season the NFL Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. And Cam Scatterbo injured.
Yep.
So he was on a roll there. He could have been a candidate.
Jackson Dart hurt as well?
Yeah, Jackson Dart. So everybody's hurt. I don't even know. I can't even think of any offensive rookies right now that are up and...
The wide receiver for the Buccaneers got off to a hot start. He also was banged up. Missed a couple of games. And then, I mean, I personally, if I had to pick one now, weird to say it, but it's probably Warren, the tight end for the Colts, who has been really good.
Absolutely. He has been phenomenal, at least in fantasy football. And, of course, that team is on a huge roll.
Yeah.
So...
But it's been kind of a disappointing year for rookies in the National Football League. I think Abdul Carter has done pretty well for the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. But, I mean, offensively, it's been pretty rough out there for, like, game changers or people that are in keeper leagues that drafted a bunch of rookies high thinking that would be the answer. It hasn't been. And so Travis Hunter, another kind of disappointment as far as the rookie season is concerned. We're starting to learn a little bit more out of Ocean's 14, Big J. That's a movie that's happening whether we like it or not. Steven Soderbergh is coming back. George Clooney is back as Danny Ocean. Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Don Cheadle, Julia Roberts, all back. And so is Andy Garcia, Big J. He is returning as casino owner Terry Benedict in the film. Apparently, it was supposed to start shooting in January 2026, but that was delayed because of scheduling conflicts. So it's going to happen at least sometime next year. The filming is going to start. But they're bringing back Andy Garcia, so clearly this is going to involve some sort of casino scam once again for the crew.
Or maybe him trying to get revenge.
Could be. Maybe he's the master. Maybe he joins the crew. They're down a couple of people. Don't forget, too. Yeah. And 14's another number. So maybe he's like, hey, these guys are good. Maybe I can steal from my competitors or whatever. So there's a bunch of people coming back for it, so we'll see. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We have your Pop Culture Smackdown. It's next on the X.
Culture Smackdown. Right. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Tonight, experience something better than sex. According to earlier reports here in the Morning After with Nick and Big J. I'm talking about a concert. Avatar going to be in town. It's going to be fantastic. So Revolution Concert House and Event Center, let's get you a pair of tickets. And if you can make it, I know it's way short notice, but hey, we got Avatar coming in for an X session. You're welcome to come to that as well. You got to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown to make it all happen.
That next session's happening around 1 o'clock today, so that's got to be clear on your schedule if you want to do that. But the show is tonight at the Rev Center. You want to go 208-287-1003. Of course, you are going to have to defeat Big J in a little game of wits we call Pop Culture Smackdown. Who will claim the prize? I know Big J's not going to win it, but he'll be at the show tonight no matter what. So he doesn't need your tickets. He's got his own. What you do is need tickets, and that's why we got you covered. Let's go to the phones. Hello, the X.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Thomas.
Thomas, we start out with the Achilles heel of the Treasure Valley. Thomas, Sammy Sosa played most of his career with what baseball franchise?
Oh, I want to say the Red Sox.
Wrong. No, that is incorrect. I'm sorry. Did not play with the Red Sox. If he did, it was for a short period of time, but I don't remember him on that team at all. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, Sammy Sosa played most of his career with what baseball franchise?
So, was it the Cubs?
It was the Cubs.
Right.
He had time with the Rangers and the White Sox, but played most of his career, most notably with the Chicago Cubs. You're officially taking on Big J. What's your name, sir?
Nick.
All right, Nick. Great name. Big J, what movie did Anne Hathaway win an Oscar for?
The Black Swan?
Huh?
Wrong.
She wasn't even in Black Swan.
Oh, boy. I have no idea.
I only brought this up because you mentioned this movie a couple of days ago, out of the blue, for no reason whatsoever, and it's her birthday today, so it made me think of it. Nick, that means you win. Do you know what movie Anne Hathaway won her Oscar for? It was Best Supporting Actress, in case you're curious.
Oh, I have no idea.
Big J, a movie starring Hugh Jackman. Does that help you at all?
Let's see. Les Miserables?
There you go. I mean, you're way off on the pronunciation.
Les Miserables?
Right.
Yeah, Les Miserables is
Why did
what
I
she
mention
won.
that?
I don't know. I think you were talking about Hugh Jackman for some reason, and so that is the movie that she won Best
I didn't know
Supporting
she
Actress.
was in that.
Oh, you thought she was in Black Swan, so your knowledge of Anne Hathaway is not great.
Nope.
Congratulations, Nick. You're going to go check out Avatar tonight, and you could come to the X session this afternoon. Hang on tight. We'll get some information from you. Make sure you're all set and good to go there. Up next, we're going to talk about how you can help out some great people here in the Treasure Valley. Learn about our next on the X. That's Alice in Chains. That is Man in the Box here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It's always nice when we could use our platform to talk about really cool and really important events coming out that can help out the community. And so it's an honor and privilege to welcome into the studio Megan Perry and Megan Hanna of Snake River CrossFit. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
You're going to have to forgive me. I'm going to have to probably go Hanna and Perry just to make sure to keep my Megan straight. But thank you guys for coming in and talk about this really cool event that you have coming out to help out somebody that is really important to you guys at Snake River CrossFit. And Megan, why don't you tell us the origin story of the actual business and how Kevin came into your life?
Okay. Kevin's been a part of Snake River for 4 years. He actually came through another member of the gym. He was looking kind of to just get better health, better fitness, all the things, and fell in love with it. So he's been with us for 4 years, and he's 5 days a week, 5:30 a.m., as consistent as can be, and just really found his groove with us at the gym. It's been a fun journey to watch.
For sure. And of course, then some news came across with you guys at Snake River, and you're like, we need to help out Kevin any way we can. So talk a little bit about the really big event that you guys have coming up.
Yeah, awesome. We are going to run a 24-hour Rowathan on November 22nd from 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 a.m. Sunday. Kevin is an incredibly hard worker. He is the primary provider of his family. He's a father. He has 3 kids. He has a wife. Just really great people. So at Snake River, like, we are one big family. So it's a really cool opportunity for us to kind of come together and extend our outreach to help him into our community. So we're just trying to raise as much money for him as we can. He is going in for open heart surgery on the 19th, and he's going to be out of work for at least 3 months. That's a very big undertaking, and nobody should have to do that alone. So we are trying to spread the word. We are trying to raise money and get sponsors so we can kind of ease that financial burden for him.
Yeah, it's a really amazing thing that you're doing to help him out, and one of your members and one of your family members, really, when it comes down to it. So are you already have people who are rowing, or do you need people who are rowing, or we just need to sponsor the people that are rowing, because that's a lot of rowing.
It's a lot of rowing. It's a long time.
It's a little bit of both.
So yeah, there's many ways to participate and to raise money. So if people want to come row, the gym is open. You don't have to have any experience. We're asking for $100 donation to buy in, essentially, for the row. Folks can choose how long they want to row. If they want to row for 10 minutes, if they want to row for 24 hours, it's totally up to them. The goal is to raise money for every butt that hits a rower's seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to share on that too?
Gosh, we're open to like having teams if you can get a group of people together, so then you could split up the time if you feel like you don't want to go into a gym you haven't been in before. You can gather up a couple of friends and come in and row, put that money in for Kevin and for his family, and then just let it rip.
Yeah, so there's lots of ways you can take part. Obviously, they're looking for people, and it's a $100 buy-in, as Megan had mentioned, so you can kind of get in there and take part. But if you want to sponsor a team, I'm sure you're open to that. If you just want to donate to give, you're open to that. And then, of course, you're looking for businesses and sponsors. I know you wanted to focus a little bit on food and coffee as well. 24 hours is a long time to be doing anything. So if somebody wants to bring by a food truck or something and help out to make sure that this thing has got some food and some nourishment, that would be an important part of it. But also, you have set up a website to just help if people want to give to be a part of this, right?
Absolutely. We are working with Give Butter. That is where all the donations are going to. You can find that link on our Instagram bio. You click it, you can select your donation amount, you can leave a note, you can be anonymous. Really, any support helps. We're running a vendor village on Saturday from 1 to 4. So if anybody wants to come sell goods that they might be sourdough, might be their kids make bracelets or anything, just kind of a way to spice up the rower's life who are sitting there forever.
Keep the motivation going.
Yeah. And then if those vendors choose to give a percentage of their sales, donate that to Kevin's family as well. That would be much appreciated also.
And when this goes down November 22nd and 23rd, is it going to be kind of like a class-like atmosphere? Like, Megan, are you to be coaching and like running a class, or is it everybody at their own pace kind of doing their own thing?
It's pretty much just at your own pace. Okay. We're having people kind of sign up for blocks of time. So they come in, they've reserved their spot on their rower, and then their time is theirs. So we're just going to keep the music pumping and coaches cheerleading and keeping everybody motivated as much as we can.
So how much are you guys signing yourself up for rowing for this period of time? Because I imagine you guys are leading from the front, I'm imagining. So
always.
I have committed to 24 hours. I am reserved.
What the hell?
Real. So I'm going to do it on a team. I have 2 other team members so far. One is my sister, one is my brother-in-law. I'm going to have him row for like 8 hours. That'll probably be good. I'll hop on a couple minutes. No, we'll be there for 24.
Yeah.
It's a really cool event. If your business wants to help out, they certainly are able to do that. If you just want to give, that'd be great. Megan, the website one more time for donations, please.
Givebutter.com.
Beautiful.
And you can find that on our Instagram page.
And if people want to follow Snake River CrossFit or want to find out more information about them, where's the best place to do that?
You go to our website, snakerivercrossfit.com, and reach out to me.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming in. I truly think this really does speak to the kind of family-like atmosphere you guys have there. I mean, again, obviously Kevin's very important to you. He's been there for a while, but it's really cool that you guys are stepping this up and doing this for somebody that is in need, that happens to be a part of what you guys do on a regular basis. So thank you for coming in and sharing this story for sure.
Thank you for helping us spread the
Thank you.
word.
Of course.
Badasses.
Make sure you check out the Morning After Facebook page as well. We will share all those links and some video for it if you want to take part or you just want to give to help out Kevin any way that you can. Megan, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for making it look nice in here.
Yeah, exactly. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got some headlines next on the X.
Headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines brought to you by T-Maz and the pre-owned superstore. Getting finance at T-Maz even easier than ever. That's thanks to a website, Big J. And you know what that website is, right?
Let's see. GoTeamCredit.com?
Nailed it, dude. Everybody gets pre-approved. No effect on your credit, so log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. Get yourself taken care of courtesy of T-Maz and the pre-owned superstore. Headlines are as follows. Well, there's that. Close call and highway robbery.
Highway robbery.
Police in Connecticut have pretty much seen it all, but this one's a pretty big head scratcher for them. State troopers were called out to Interstate 91 near Hartford during the morning commute after receiving reports of two men on the side of the road trying to steal a gigantic road sign. When troopers arrived, they found the enormous highway sign loosely strapped to the top of a white pickup truck and two men inside about to drive away with it. The suspects, identified as 42-year-old Andrew Lampkin and 46-year-old Jonathan Rapoli, were arrested and charged with third-degree larceny, reckless use of highway as pedestrians, and improper parking. It's unclear what they intended to do with the stolen sign, but I'm guessing they plan on and hang it up in their room. This used to be a thing huge when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my uncle having, like, street signs in his house. I never really thought about how he got
them. It was always
them.
High Street.
The one that I had, it was like a street name, and I cannot remember for the life of me. I think it was a probably funny and immature street name, which is why he took it. But they used to steal street signs all the time, and I guess they still do it. But that's why it was probably taken. Nobody that blatant, like, I don't remember anybody ever trying it during, like, morning drive, which it sounds like these guys were doing.
Yeah.
So no wonder it wasn't successful. But I imagine it still happens from time to time, right?
You would think, yeah.
But I don't see them. Like, I remember, like, going over to a friend's house when I was in college and they'd have one up. I don't see them anywhere anymore. Or maybe I just don't hang with people that steal seat signs anymore.
I think maybe that's...
We've all grown up.
Well, you have.
You still see it?
No.
Hey, you ever steal a street sign?
No.
Come on.
Nope, never.
Little bastard Big J rolling around, throwing rocks at windows. You never took a street sign?
Nope.
All right, I believe you. Well, there's that or close call.
Close call.
Andy McDonald escaped uninjured after a great white shark attacked his board near Margaret River in Western Australia on Monday. The incident occurred around 5:45 in the afternoon when the shark bit McDonald's board and dragged him underwater. Ew. At that point, quote, he said, "This is it. I've surfed my last wave." The 61-year-old surfer said the shark became tangled in his leg strap, prompting him to fight back. He said he was punching and kicking it right in the face like he had heard rumors that's the way to go. And he didn't want to get his leg snapped off. McDonald was able to climb onto his inflatable sail after the shark broke free. Fellow surfers helped him paddle to shore on his damaged board. Had a huge chunk taken off, but no damage to him whatsoever. Not even a scrape or any blood or anything like that. But he survived essentially a shark attack. Well, watch out, man. You got to be careful. So yeah, you got to worry about spiders, kangaroos, and now sharks in Australia too. They'll get you in the water or on land.
Yeah.
That place is like just wanting to kill people. But listen, man, that's a pretty cool story you can tell, right?
I'm just thinking, trying to punch something underwater, like, it almost feels fruitless because, how hard is that going to be?
I mean, I don't know. What else can you do, though, right? I mean, I think that instinct just kind of kicks in. You're like, I got to hit it on its little shark nose.
I would say, you say punching and kicking. I would say it's more flailing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, I don't know how I would react in that situation. I would hope it would be the same thing. I don't know how I would be in that kind of... It probably wouldn't be great. I don't think if it would be on film, I don't think it would be my finest moment.
Yeah. I'd be like, take me to your leader.
Yeah. I'd get confused with a bear and try to play dead and then get chomped in half or something. I don't know. It wouldn't work out for me. Wrap it up with, well, there's that. Researchers have found what may be the world's largest spider web in an underwater cave at the Greece-Albania border. The massive web covers 1,076.4 square feet along the Sulphur Caves wall and houses approximately 110,000 different spiders from 2 species. The colony includes a bunch of spiders from 2 different species, the Tangeria domestica and the Paragon vegan spiders. And so those are the ones that are apparently calling that home. The Society of Cavers discovered the web in 2022, and then they came back in measurement, and they found it's the biggest one they've ever seen. Scientists say this marks the first documented colonial web formation for 2 different species of spiders. The cave does contain 512 other species from 20 families, but none of them are part of this big, gigantic web like these 2. So it's like they've teamed up to form a gigantic spider web. And it sounds like a nightmare fuel. I don't know why anybody would want to be there, but it's a thing. And now you know, spiders are teaming up, Big J. It's only a matter of time before they turn their attention towards us and start fighting back for all the squishing we've been doing for the years. You know what I mean?
And because of Arachnid.
Arachnid?
The movie.
You're talking about arachnophobia,
Oh,
of course.
Arachnophobia, yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything, and we got ourselves some bad impressions. They're next.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, Avatar. Tonight at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. We are going to get you tickets to that. You get to go to it for free, baby. And if you can, roll up in here 1 o'clock and see Avatar play acoustically and answer some questions. That would be a lot of fun for an X session. So all that's yours here if you can figure out the clues for this famous person. Bad impressions.
I have faith in all of you. If you want to go to the show tonight free of charge, 208-287-1003. That is our phone number. Big J will present to you 3 clues. They all will revolve around somebody pretty famous. If you can figure out who that famous person is, congratulations. It's you going to the show tonight, having fun, living the dream, and rocking and rolling, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, the X.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're up first. Good luck.
Before hosting late nights on ABC, I had a couple of shows like The Man Show and Win Ben Stein's Money.
Next.
I hosted the 2023 and 2024 Oscars.
Next.
Recently, my show nearly got canceled, but Disney and a lot of fans stuck with me.
That's Myers.
Say that again?
Seth Meyers?
No, it is not Seth Meyers.
Not Seth Meyers. Although, he was close to getting canceled as well. Hello, the X.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, man, did you hear Big J's clues, or do you need them again?
I did not hear them.
Before hosting late nights on ABC, I had a couple of shows like The Man Show and Win Ben Stein's Money. I hosted the 2023 and 2024 Oscars, and recently my show nearly got canceled, but Disney and a lot of fans stuck with me.
Is it Jimmy Kimmel?
It is Jimmy Kimmel.
Well done, sir. What's your name?
James.
All right, James, you got tickets to Avatar for tonight, and you're also invited to the X session this afternoon. Hang on tight. We'll get some info from you. Big J, why is Jimmy Kimmel in the news?
It's been a rough month for Jimmy Kimmel. He yesterday announced that the band leader for the Jimmy Kimmel Live house band, Cleto Escobedo III, passed away, Nick. 59 years old, not very old at all. A childhood friend of Jimmy Kimmel's. They've been friends since 9 years old. He said they were inseparable. So they're just incredible. I mean, just sucks for those guys. And I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but sad thing. And, not sure what's going to happen with the music part of the show going forward, but felt bad for Jimmy.
Yeah, they had canceled a show that was supposed to have like a Stranger Things kind of thing going on with it at the very last minute, and everybody jumped to conclusions as to what they thought it was. And then news came out it was this terrible event that caused the cancellation. And so, it is certainly a bummer when somebody that's a part of a show that's been around for a very long time is not around anymore. So we will see what ends up happening, but a real bummer for sure. Thanks, Big J. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rocks.